Hey guys, Mateusz Kieliszkowski here, and you are watching World's Strongest Fan.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to talk about Mateusz Kieliszkowski. Now on the 10th of March, he was invited to this year's World's Strongest Man, and I know, especially myself, was super excited. He's got a really big fan base now, and loads of fans were really hoping to see him compete this year. But it wasn't meant to be, and I'm going to talk about why. Now in this first clip, you can see him practicing his squatting. He didn't list the weights, and you can see it's not too heavy, especially not for a World's Strongest Man competitor. Now when I spoke to Mateusz, he said he had some IT band issues, something that was going on before the Arnolds, and clearly he was unable to get that fixed. He did try everything he could to sort of train around his injuries and also get prepped and ready for this year's World's Strongest Man. Now some of the other clips he showed included this one. It's a loaded dumbbell weighing roughly 125 kilos. Now it's one of his best events, and if it came up at Worlds, you'd really expect Mateusz to come first. This was a great sign, especially in the lead up to Worlds, and it gave me hope he would definitely be competing. Now in terms of technique, he's got this drilled. It goes up to his shoulder, he releases his hand, and you can just see how strong he is in the press, so that's definitely not an injury he was worried about. Another clip he shared was of the loading medley. Now Mateusz has got all the kit he needs to train Strongman. You can even see a Hercules hold in the background. And training at night shows how committed he is. He's definitely not leaving any stones unturned. And in terms of a medley, just go back a couple of years, I think 2018, when he went up against the Mountain Hathor Bjornsson. That was one of the greatest loaded medleys of all time, splitting the winner by a fraction of a second. As you can see, this last implement looks like a rock, something that he's definitely good at lifting, especially up to the shoulder. And there it goes up to the platform, Mateusz looking good for it. Now as the competition neared, even SBD sent out his official t-shirts, the blue one for the heats and the fluorescent one for the finals. We all know if Mateusz was on form, he would definitely have made the final and probably taken the win if not hit the podium. He's such a great athlete, and it's a real shame that this year he's been plagued with so many injuries. Now when he wasn't able to compete, he actually put out this statement. He said, "Why am I withdrawn from World's Strongest Man? Well, I still feel some pain, and I'm not comfortable in my leg after an injury that I got before the Arnolds." He's talking about the IT band issue that he's got. He also went on to say, "Heavy training isn't a good method to fix and recover for the body. I have some power, but not enough to compete at the highest level in the world. The best and the smartest solution for me is to withdraw from the competition. I don't want to risk it because I don't need a bigger injury than I already have." He then went on to say, "Also, I don't want to be beaten by everyone because that's not my style. My goal is only first place." Then he goes on to say, "I've made many mistakes. I have to be smarter this time because I want my career to be longer. Now I just need time to heal my body and be 100% healthy and hungry for victory." And his final statement is that he will continue training, but only with very light weights. He says he's going to try stem cell therapy to help heal and will work more with a physical therapist. He's hoping it will bring him some good results. I feel he's seen what happened to Martins, and he's going to try and do the same. He also says no pressure or stress, I just need time and to be patient. Success will come one day. And that day will probably now not be until 2023, because having spoken to him last night, he says his next competition he's focused on is actually the Arnold Classic, and that's not till next March. Hopefully he can get recovered and come back stronger than ever. Mateusz is definitely one of the strongest men to never win World's Strongest Man, and we're all behind him and can't wait to see him back to his best. Now something else he said to me is that he's classing this now as an off-season. He's training only twice a week. He's doing very light workouts and has actually lost quite a few kilos in body weight, so he's a bit leaner but still working hard at his training. You know when it gets to competition time though, he's going to pack on that extra muscle and come in strong, especially for the Arnolds, something that's got some really great events, including that legendary stone to shoulder. Now one of the events that he's still looking super strong in is the log press. You can see him here doing a Viper press or one motion technique. This is what he did at the Arnold Strongman Classic in Santa Monica. It really raised the crowd. They couldn't believe he was able to do this with over 170 kilos. What that means is that he's able to save valuable seconds, getting in a few extra reps and usually taking the lead. He's really strong overhead, in the log and also the dumbbell, so it's definitely not one of his weaknesses. Next up, he's doing a super yoke, something else he's pretty good at. The weight of this, 320 kilos or 705 pounds uphill. He's always looking to make his training that little bit more difficult. Okay, so now we've covered his strengths, let's talk a little bit about his weaknesses, or at least the only one I'm aware of, the deadlift. Mateusz training hard on that leg press. As I stated in a previous video, Eddie Hall swears by it, especially for increasing his deadlift and helping him reach that 500 kilos. Mateusz was desperate to get a really good quality machine, and I think Rogue hooked him up. The fact that he can split the legs is extra helpful because Mateusz has actually got one leg longer than the other. We feel that may be one of the issues in his deadlift and something he can now focus on to get better and also get stronger. Now, one thing I will say is Mateusz definitely sounded positive. He's super focused more than ever. He just wants to get back to competing again. He really misses the competition and also the other guys. And I wanted to finish off today's video with one of the most impressive feats of strength I've ever seen online. Mateusz lifting a natural stone with no tacky and also no chalk. The weight 196.5 kilos or 433 pounds for 2 reps. And I just feel that injured or not, he would definitely win this event at any competition. The first time he did this for 4 reps at the Arnold Classic, the athletes were going mental and so was the crowd. No one else managed to lift it until Mateusz stepped up and he absolutely killed it. It's one of the best events in Strongman. I really enjoyed watching it and I'm sure you guys did too. So hopefully we get to see this. If not at Arnold's, maybe Giants Live can put it back in, because I do feel it would fit in very well with the Strongman Classic. Anyway guys, that's it from me today. I really hope you enjoyed my video on Mateusz Kieliszkowski, the Polish Terminator. Hopefully we'll see him back soon, but until then, keep following him, keep giving him support, and maybe send him a message. I know he would appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe, and I'll catch you again as always on the next one.
3, 2, 1, start! 5 sekund. 10. 15. 20. 25. Easy.